really need those, do we? Okay. Thank you for saying something and not just sticking it out, because that's annoying. Feet open up, palms turn up. Begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And we're going to reach the arms far over our head behind us, like you're just waking up in the morning. Maybe you are shifting a little bit from side to side even. I'm just going to let Emily in. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest. So draw your knees into your chest. And just do some circles with your knees. So circling around to the right. And then maybe back around to the left. And then plant your feet on the floor, hip distance apart. Good. And ground into your feet. And as you inhale, the first one, we're just going to lift the hips. So press into the feet, lift the hips, inhale. And then exhale, lower that all the way down. Good. The next time you press into the feet and lift the hips, you're going to bring the arms over your head behind you. So press into the feet, lift the hips, arms come all the way back. And then exhale, lower the arms, lower the hips all the way down. Good again, ground into the feet, lift the hips, lift the arms over your head. So this week, we're going to spend a lot of time in a heart opening practice. So bring your hips down, bring your arms down. Good. And that's kind of a misnomer from a spiritual standpoint. Press down into your feet, lift your hips, bring your arms over one more time. Good. And then exhale, lower everything down. So we're gonna press into the feet, lift the hips for bridge, but this time walk your arms underneath you. Maybe they're gonna thread together, roll your shoulder blades towards each other, lift your chest. Because the heart, it's a misnomer because the heart is open. What happens is, and I'm gonna read you kind of this quote that explains it, is that we build this shell around our heart to protect us, to keep things out. Good. I don't know where she went. I thought I accepted her, but maybe I didn't. Slowly lower all of that down and draw your knees into your chest and float your knees over to the right, arms in the T, head to the left. So I noticed what's happened with me is I've been feeling really emotional in all ways, like emotionally happy and emotionally sad, just more dramatic swings of emotion over the last few weeks. I was trying to figure out kind of like what is going on with me. And when I read this, I realized what it was. The heart itself cannot break. So this quote comes from John Wellwood's book, Ordinary Magic, Everyday Life as a Spiritual Path. Right? Draw your knees back to center, float them over to the other side, change your gaze. The heart itself cannot break, for its very nature is soft and open. What breaks open when we see things as they are is the protective shell of ego identity that we have built around ourselves in order to avoid feeling pain. When the heart breaks out of the shell, we feel quite raw and vulnerable. Yet that is also the beginning of feeling real compassion for ourselves and others. So I think for me, what's happening is that shell's coming down a little bit after the panic is over, and I'm feeling very raw and exposed. But what I know about that is that's what living is, right? If we shell and wall up our heart, we may not feel pain as deeply, but we certainly don't feel joy as deeply either. Draw your knees back into your chest Interlace your hands behind your head. Good. As you inhale, draw the right elbow to left knee, straighten the right leg. Inhale, bring the right knee back. Exhale, we're going to cross opposite elbow to knee. Inhale back. First side. Knee to elbow, use the breath. Inhale, bends the knee. Exhale, straightens the leg and crosses. Inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, we're going to cross. Inhale, draw the knee in. Exhale, we're going to cross. And again, inhale. And exhale. Good, couple more, just warming up the belly. Anytime we're going to do back bending, we want to keep that belly nice and strong. You want to know that it's awake and ready to counter the force of the back bend. So last one, finish it up on that second side. And then draw your knees back into your chest. And we're going to rock our way all the way onto our hands and knees. So find your way through. Good. And just a couple cat-cows here as we begin to go a little bit deeper into the spine. Lifting the heart as you inhale, curling and rounding as you exhale. And move it all around. Maybe even slide your way halfway to child's pose as you come into your cat, because that's gonna get into the lower spine. Inhale. So I took my allergy medicine this morning, some like a little drippy. So if you hear coughing, it's just allergy related. Inhale. And exhale. All right, one more inhale, arch the spine. One more exhale, let's curl around. Do that halfway to child's pose thing. And notice how we're rounding through the upper back to do that. So we're moving the shoulder blades away. They're wrapping around towards the front body. And then as you inhale, we're gonna arch and we're gonna draw the shoulder blades really nice and tight and close together. Good. And make your way to neutral spine. Good. Okay, so right arm's gonna reach forward and left leg is gonna reach back. So we're gonna start to bring that right arm out to the right a little bit. And we're gonna move the left leg out to the left a little bit. Good. And Pam, I think Marcy's on mine. So if you feel it, if you want more space, you can always move. I don't think she's coming in person. Good. And then bring the leg back, arm forward. Bend your left knee, float your right hand around. You can grab the foot if you'd like. Lift the chest and see if you can open the heart. Again, that misnomer, right? Because the heart is open. It's that shell around the heart that we're trying to crack a little bit today. Release the foot, release the hand, second side. So right leg's gonna reach back, left arm's gonna reach forward. Good. If we're gonna start to bring that right leg out to the right, yeah. Left arm out to the left. And then we're gonna bring the leg back, arm forward, bend your right knee, float your left hand around the back, and lift the chest. Good. Opening. And if you can, gazing forward a little bit. Yep, so it's more an opening and less a twist. And release. Hand and knee to the mat. Inhale, we're gonna arch the spine here again. So really bring those shoulder blades towards each other. And then as you exhale, we're gonna round. Start to move back towards child's pose, but then curl the toes and find your downward dog. Good. Pressing back into the feet, pedaling, good, softening. Good, Emily, nice. Good, Marianne. Just let those shoulders slide away from the ears a touch if you can. Breathing here. As we start to break open that shell, we may feel just more. We feel more. When things go well, we feel that incredible joy, euphoric. When things are difficult, we might feel more sad. But we get to feel more because we're actually present in the moment. That's what living is. If we numb ourselves to the pain, we also numb ourselves to the joy. Start to walk your feet slowly towards your hands. Good. And begin to roll it up to standing. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. Check out your feet. Draw the navel to the spine as you lift the chest. And then here we go. Arms are going to come around and up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. So if you need to bend those knees, go ahead. Inhale, we're going to find our flat back here. Exhale is going to take us all the way through our plank to chaturanga to the mat. We're going to lower all the way to the mat. And first, little baby cobra. So hands underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulder blades together, just little baby cobra here. Exhale, lower down. Now we're going to tense the fingers and walk them a little bit further away from under the shoulders. Okay? And press into the fingertips and roll the shoulder blades together and come up a little higher. Good. And exhale, come down. Again, walk those arms out a little more diagonally away. Tense into those fingers. Press into them. Roll the shoulders towards each other. Lift. Inhale. And exhale it down. Beautiful. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press into the hands. Maybe we're going to find a high cobra now. And curl the toes under. Find your way back downward dog. Opportunity to lengthen. When we extend, we also want to use that counter opportunity, right? So belly draws in and we're lengthening the spine. Next inhale, we're going to come high on the toes. Walk exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, let's find our flat back here. Exhale, fold, head, hands. Inhale, arms are going to come all the way around and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Again, to Namaskar A. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees if you can, or need to, I should say. I do this morning. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, move all the way through your plank. Chaturanga, all the way to the mat. Yes. Inhale, we're going to walk the hands out, diagonal, tense them, lift the chest. Exhale, lower it all the way down. Good. Now walk the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the palms, lift into a high cobra, maybe an upward dog if you want to pop the knees up this time. Beautiful. Exhale, rolls you back, downward dog. Stripping back the layers of that protective shell. Because it's an illusion, that shell. It doesn't really protect us from anything. It just stops us from being able to live authentically. We close everything up, we tighten up, and then we don't feel anything. But there's always joy to be found. Inhale high on your toes, exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, we're gonna fold, let the head go. This time, let's sit into your chair, Utkatasana. Soften the shoulders. Good. Lift the heart. And exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move all the way through plank chaturanga. We'll do our typical vinyasa now. Unless you like the other version, that's fine too. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale brings us back, downward dog. Right leg's gonna lift. So flex the foot. Turn the toes down a little bit, Pam. Yep. And then bend your right knee. We're gonna round it towards your nose. Squeezing the knee towards the nose, and then step the foot in between your hands, drop your back knee. Come on to the top of that back foot. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Soften the shoulders here. Anjaneyasana. And then as you exhale, left hand's gonna come down, right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. We're gonna circle that right arm. So you're gonna just swing it down and back up a couple times. All the way down and back up a few times. And then the next time you swing it back behind you, you're just gonna reach it back behind you. Yep. And then we're gonna bend the left knee. If it's an option for you to grab the foot, go ahead. If it isn't, you're just gonna keep pretending you have it. First, we're gonna draw the heel into the buttocks. So that's a passive stretch of the quads and the muscles that wrap over the patella of your knee. But now we're gonna add something. So you're gonna actually press the foot back into your hand. So let's make it active now. So it's like your foot and your hands are in a little bit of a tug of war, and neither one of them is gonna win. So you're gonna keep pressing, and we're gonna engage those quads. Good, 2 more breaths here. And then release that out. Set your right hand to the mat. We're gonna meet in downward dog. So if you want a vinyasa, go for it. Root the right leg back through your plank, lower. If not, come right into your downward dog. Good. So second side, the left leg's gonna lift. Flex the foot, point the toes down. Good. Then we're gonna draw the knee in towards your nose, hold it there. So we're really getting into those abdominals, the rectus abdominis. And then step the left foot in between your hands and drop your right knee all the way to the mat. Arms are gonna float out, Anjaneyasana. So left knee draws forward, lift. Good. And then we're gonna set that right hand down and lift the left arm up, and let's do those big circles with the left arm. So left arm down, up, circling it all the way around. Good. And then the next time we circle it back behind us, we're gonna reach back. And then we're gonna bend the left knee and see if we can make contact with that foot. And we're drawing the heel in towards the buttocks. So there's a nice stretch through the quads, hip flexors, and muscles that wrap over the knee. And now we're gonna create that active. So press the foot into the hand, that little tug of war is gonna happen. You're gonna feel it very differently in the front of the thigh, likely. All of a sudden it's like, ooh, those muscles are waking up. 3 more breaths. Okay, release that out, move through your vinyasa or meet us in downward dog, totally up to you. Use your breath here. Five breaths. Gotta get the hair bands. I'm with you. I got here and I realized I didn't have a hairband, but luckily I had. 50 in my purse. Inhale, we're going to come high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Hop, step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back here, lengthen. Exhale, let's forward fold, let the head go. Inhale, sit in your chair. So find your Utkatasana, pressing into those heels, softening the shoulders, drawing the navel back. Anytime we're extending the spine, we're working in the belly. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, flowing through your plank chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, make your way back, downward dog. Okay, so Namaskar B. So plant the left foot, step the right foot forward, find your warrior one. Grounding into the back heel, lifting the arms, wrapping your left hip forward. Good. Softening the shoulders. With your exhale, float those hands all the way to the mat. With your inhale, step to your plank. With your exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze forward. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog. Second side, we're going to plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. Warrior one, arms reach up. Wrapping and drawing that, yes, beautiful. You're leaning back just a touch, Pam. Yep, that's straight. As you exhale, hands come to the mat. Inhale, step to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, brings you back, downward dog, lengthen here. Okay, let's plant the left foot, step the right foot forward, find your warrior one. Again, arms reach up, that back heel and big toe grounding down is important. This time we're gonna open it to warrior two, so shift your front heel to line up with your back heel or arch. We're gonna set the right forearm onto your right thigh, and we're gonna swing this left arm up and over those big circle again. So swing the left arm all the way down, and then inhale it back up. Good, only one time. So we're gonna reach the left arm all the way up, and then we're gonna come up and interlace the hands behind the back. So like a reverse warrior version. Lift the chest, open the heart, keep the belly strong. As you exhale, fold on top of the thigh, inside it, the humble warrior pressing into that back foot. We're going to release the hands down now, walk them diagonally away, tense the fingers. So we did that at the beginning class. And I want you to think about this like cat-cow. So inhale, arch the spine forward, keeping those shoulder blades tight together. Exhale, we're going to round, really making space into the rhomboid. Inhale again, draw those shoulder blades together, and then exhale, round. Walk the left hand back to line up inside the right foot, lift off your left heel, float your right arm up to the sky. We'll find our twist here. Up to you if you want to add any version of side plank. You could drop the right knee and straighten drop the left knee, straighten the right leg, or you can come into a full side plank. Let's flow through our vinyasa now. We'll meet in our downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. So it's warrior one, inhale. And warrior two as you exhale. Inhale, left arm to thigh and right arm up. Exhale, swing that right arm down, nice and slow, controlled, and then bring it all the way back up. Good. From here, belly draws in, lift, interlace the hands behind your back, opposite threading of the hands, roll the shoulder blades together, and then as you exhale, we're gonna fold forward. Keep squeezing into the rhomboids, which are the muscles in between the shoulder blades. And then release the hands down and walk them diagonally away, but we're gonna tense the fingers. So inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulder blades together. Exhale, we're gonna round belly in. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale round. Let's walk the right foot or right hand inside the left foot. Lift off your back heel, float your left arm up to the sky for your twist. And then you can decide what version of side plank, if any, is going to serve you right now. So our main purpose here, our main practice, our main opportunity is to start to chip away at that covering in the heart. And sometimes that covering shows up in the form of judgment and self-criticism. So notice that, right? We do it to protect ourselves. Oh, you're not good at this. Don't do this, right? Moving through your vinyasa to downward dog. We think that's actually protecting us from something, but it's not really. It's just closing us off from the opportunity to explore something new without judgment. 5 breaths here. Good idea, Fred. I'm gonna have a sip of water too. On your next inhale, come high on the toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet in the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we're gonna fold. All right, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, move through your vinyasa or your chaturanga if you want to, or meet us right in downward dog. Beautiful, Pam. Inhale, soften the shoulders. Exhale, make your way back. Good. Plant the left foot, step the right foot forward. Warrior 1, arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to find our warrior 2. Inhale, right forearm to thigh. Left arm's going to reach up. We're going to circle it down 1 time. So circle it down. Bring it back up. Hands are going to clasp behind as we lift the chest, back bend, belly strong. Okay, but this time, as you hinge forward, we're going to lift off the back heel, okay? And we're going to try to transition our way through a warrior 3. So squeeze here, keep the chest lifted though. So this is like a cobra, warrior 3. And then put a slight bend in your right knee because you're going to set your hands to the floor for standing split. Good. Flexing that left foot. Let's bend your right knee quite a bit. Let's let the left toes behind you. Let's bring the hands to the heart. We're going to twist here. So we're going to end up in revolved Parsvottanasana. Draw your gaze up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. You got it. And then exhale, set the hands to the mat. Inhale, come to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Plant the right foot, step the left foot forward. Warrior 1, arms reach up. Exhale, it's gonna be warrior 2. Inhale, left forearm to left side, right arm reaches up. We're gonna swing it down, nice mobility in the shoulder, and then float it back up. As we lift up, interlace the hands, opposite threading of the hands this time, roll those shoulders back, beautiful. And then as you start to hinge forward over the front thigh, think about lifting that back heel. So what that does is draws your right hip forward, beautiful, Michelle. And then if you feel stable enough, you're gonna float your way through a warrior three. However, you wanna keep the chest as lifted as you can. So imagine you're in a cobra here. Good. Beautiful, Alice. Bend your left knee a bit and start to float your hands down to the floor. Standing split. Once you're here, good job. Good job, you guys. Nice, Emily. Once you're here, you can come back towards straightening of that left leg if it feels okay. All right, bend your standing knee, set the lifted toes long behind you. Hands are gonna come to your heart. We're gonna twist. Pavrita Parsvo Konasana. Top elbow points up to the sky. Good, bud. Think about the big toe of that front foot as really helpful in your stability. Two more breaths, squeezing through those inner thighs. And then float the hands to the mat. We're gonna meet in downward dog. So you decide how you get there. Good, beautiful. Inhale, we're gonna come high on the toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the top of the mat. Let's come into a bit of a forward bend. So hook your big toes with your first two fingers and thumbs. Let your head relax. So just, yeah, beautiful, hands. So let the neck go. Our spine is one line from head to tail, basically. That's what we want to think about it. When we're lengthening the spine, it's that whole thing. It all goes together. So we're going to move from here into tree, lifting the right foot. If you want to stay with your hook of the right toe and bring it up that way, go ahead. If you don't, you're going to roll up first. Okay, so either way, you're going to find your tree pose. Foot can be above the knee or below the knee. Hands to the heart. So remember that shell sometimes is in the form of judgment. Right? We get really frustrated, angry with ourselves, so we just shut it off. We shut off the sensation, the feeling, but then we shut off other things as well. Arms are going to reach all the way up, soften the shoulders, keep the belly strong. Then we're going to bring that right knee forward. We're going to float our way through warrior three, but think about it as if you're in a cobra, so it's a little more of a back bend. And then we're going to move right into Ardha Chandrasana. The left hand comes down. You can always stop in standing split first, like we did before. So you could bend your knee and bring the hands down and then open it up. Good. Use a block if you need to. Bring the floor to you. Create your own success here. Good. Okay, top hand's gonna come down. We'll take a little pit stop and standing split for a moment. Let the head go. And then we're gonna step the lifted foot about 3 feet behind you into that triangle forward bend. So fold over your right leg. Yep, beautiful. Head releases out. Parsvo Konasana. Equal weight in both feet. So if you're not able to be stable in both feet, then think about widening your stance a little bit. And then your right hand is going to come either to the inside or outside of the left foot. We're going to move into revolve triangle. Good. Alice, may I adjust you? Yes. Okay, so put your hand down and then bring your other arm up the way you were just doing it. So I want you to think about it like this. Yes, so you're opening here. Good. It's so nice to adjust people again. Okay, top hand's gonna come down. We're gonna step the back foot up to meet the front. You're gonna slide your hands all the way underneath your feet. Let's turn the palms the other way though. So like that's the way we usually do it, but we're gonna flip the palms. So I don't know if you guys can see me on the screen, but you wanna have the bottom of your hands on the floor, and then you're gonna step onto the top of your hand. So we're stretching the wrist flexors. Slide the hands out from underneath your feet. If you hooked your right big toe, go ahead and do the same thing on your left. If you came up first on your right, do the same thing on your left. We're coming up into our tree. Ground into the standing leg, navel to spine, hands coming to the heart. Starting to chip away at that protective shell. The heart is soft and open, always. We know we have that compassion inside of us for ourselves and for others. We just sometimes lock it away. Okay, hands will come back to the heart. Knees gonna come forward. We're transitioning our way through a warrior three with that little cobra, and then landing in our half moon. If you need to take a pit stop in standing split, please feel free to do so. Good. So Michelle, see how your foot is angled? Yeah. See if you can. Good. Good. Fred, turn your palm towards the wall. Other way. All right. So you're facing it back towards the window or towards the door. So yeah. Good. It's like your classic. Yes, that's it. All right. Top hand's gonna come down. Let the head go. And then we're going to find our way into that triangle forward bend. So step the back foot about 3 feet behind you, fold over the front leg, shaking out the head a little bit. Thinking about equal balance between both feet. So Allison, you might want to step that back foot back a little bit wider. I don't know. Or longer, yeah. See if that feels good. Everybody's different. And then left hand's going to come either to the inside or outside of the foot, the front foot. And the other arm's going to reach up to the sky for revolve triangle. Yes, it's larger. Can't touch you. Okay. Awesome. Grounding through the back foot as well as the front. Okay. I'm touching you. That's okay. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Do you feel that? Okay, top hand's gonna come down. We're gonna step the back foot up to meet the front. All right. Let's roll all the way up. Tadasana. All right. So now we're gonna draw the right knee up into your chest. Okay. Then we're gonna bring the right foot behind us. So hand is gonna come to that foot if it's possible. You can always use the wall too. We have lots of nice wall space in here to like help you balance. So first we're gonna do that passive action of stretching. So you're gonna bring the heel as close in to your buttocks as you can. Couple breaths here. Left arm's gonna start to float up. So we're gonna create our dancer's pose, but just like we have in Warrior 3, the priority is this heart opening today, or the misnomer of heart opening. Heart's already open. of the shell cracking, I should call it. And we're going to kick the right leg back, but keep the chest lifted. Right. You might guess what's coming next. I don't know. If you want to try moving into your dancer's half moon, go ahead. If that does not seem fun, you're going to release the foot and be back in a regular half moon. Yep. We're kind of building on our little our binding intensive from last week and using that shoulder flexibility. Good job, you guys. Release the foot, top hand comes down, we're back in our standing split. Okay, totally optional if anybody wants to play with their handstand hop. Now would be the time. If you do not, you're gonna come back into a forward fold, right? Because we're gonna do the other side. So if you're handstand hopping, the reason why it's a good time to practice that today is because you need that little heart opening. So you need a little sliding forward, shoulder blades draw together, belly in, and then loading it up. Right. Good. Okay. So whatever you're playing with, we're going to meet. Good, Michelle. We're going to meet at the top of the mat when you're ready. And let's come all the way up to Tadasana. All right. Let's do that whole thing on the second side. Yay. Ground into the right leg, lift the left knee. First, it's forward. I know. It's like a head rush with a mask on. And draw the knee behind you and bring your hand to the foot, to the outside of the foot. Squeeze it in first, so the heel's coming all the way to the buttocks or as close as it can. As we stretch through. And then right arm's gonna reach up to the sky. Lift the heart, kick the left foot back. We're gonna keep that chest lifted. And then you decide if you want to move towards your dancer's half moon. So again, put that bend in the right knee, set the right toes down, and then make your way through, or let go of the foot. Good, Dad. Sorry. Sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Good job, you guys. All right, release that foot. Beautiful. Standing split. If you want to play with your hops, go ahead. If you don't, we're going to meet in a forward fold. All right, so if we're hopping, you just want to bring that heart a little forward. Yeah. And then really bring your weight into your arms. Good, Michelle. Meeting us at the top of the mat. Forward bend. Okay, walk your feet nice and wide and turn your toes out. We're going to sit into our Malasana squat. So coming into Malasana. Bring your right arm inside your right leg. Let your left arm float up to the sky. Press into those heels. And then bring the hands back to the heart. And we'll switch left arm inside left. Slide right arm up. Good. Bring your hands back to your heart. So you can choose to stay right here in Malasana a few more breaths, or you can play with your Waguespack if you'd like. So Waguespack, you're going to put your hands to the floor. You're going to start to roll forward so the knees come towards the armpits. Bring your weight forward. It doesn't matter if one or both feet lift or none of them, right? Just playtime. But notice how we start to get into that shell of like judgment, and whether we don't want to do it today, we judge ourselves for that, or if we do it and we don't do it how we deem it to be perfect, we judge ourselves for that. That's the shell. Let's just be with what is. Beautiful. All right. So from our Malasana, we're going to sit back onto our, and we're going to cross over the ankles and find our way onto our hands and knees. And then we're going to come all the way up onto our knees, and we're going to work into dancing camel. So it's really fluid. So as you inhale, you're going to float the left arm in front of you and bring the right hand to your back, lift. And then exhale, bring the left arm back and around. Inhale. Good. Exhale it back. Inhale it around. Exhale it down. Inhale. And exhale. Back and forth. Here we go. And opening it up. All right, last one. And then bring your hands to the mat. And we're going to lower all the way down. So let's do knees, chest, and chin, and then slide the legs. Yeah. So we're going to take the same principles that we've done in our standing poses and in our balancing poses. And now we're going to add it here in our belly, on our belly. So first one we're going to do is baby cobra. So lift the head and chest, then the chin, then the legs. Okay, so add in your Shalabhasana legs. Softening the buttocks here so the lower spine can be nice and strong. And then exhale, lower that down. Chin into the chest. We're going to bend the left knee now and reach the right arm forward. Left hand's going to come to the left foot, outside of the foot. As you inhale, lift right arm, right leg, left leg pushes into, yes. So notice how that pulls you up, helps the chest come forward. Beautiful. And lower that down. Okay, we're going to switch. Left leg straightens, right knee bends, right hand to the foot, left arm forward. Inhale, lift it all. Kick the foot into the hand. Now we're feeling it in the right shoulder. So the leg that's lifted is kind of, it's flexing and pointing. So Pam, if you can, you're gonna, yep. Beautiful. Release it all down. Okay, last one. You guessed it. Both knees are bent. Hands come. Now, for this one, think about the knees being nice and tight together. I don't care how high the legs get. So keep your knees squeezing in. Hands come either to your ankles or your feet. As you inhale, legs kick up, chest lifts, gaze is forward. Beautiful. And lifting here, 2 more. All right, let's go. Let it all out. Windshield wiper the legs, bring your left ear to the mat. Nice job, guys. And then just turn your other ear to the mat. And then make your way to a wide-legged child pose. So knees to the edge of the mat. Toes touch. lengthening out the spine. Press yourself back up. We're going to slide the legs around to seated. Bend your left knee and then step your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Just do a seated twist. So left knee bends, right foot. Yep. Right hand comes behind. Left arm's going to reach up. You can bring hand or elbow to knee. Let's twist. We've done lots of extension today, so we're just adding in that last bit of twisting. So use everything we've done, navel to spine, lift the chest, keep it nice and open, and then twist. Maybe even think about drawing your shoulder blades towards each other as you get taller, and then you twist. As you exhale, bring the hands around. Let's tent those fingers one last time, rounding through the upper back. And then we'll switch. Right knee comes down, left foot comes on top of right knee or on the outside of it. Left arm comes behind, right hand comes to knee or elbow to knee. As you inhale, we'll get tall. We're going to lift. As you exhale, we're going to twist. And inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Last one. And then come all the way around. We'll just tent those fingers in our counter. Touch. And unwrap all that. We're going to come onto our backs now. So bend the knees, keep the feet planted. Let's roll slowly onto our backs. Good. And if you feel like you need one last back bend, go for it. But you've done a ton. I was going to offer ankle to knee. So pigeon on your back. Right foot, your ankle comes to left thigh. Thread the hands around the thigh and draw it in. If you want more, you're going to straighten that left leg. And the last option is if you want to cradle the right leg into your chest and then even lower the left leg down, then you're getting stretched through the hip flexors of the left leg as you access the musculature of the hip, the deeper musculature of the hip, the psoas and the lateral rotators. 3 more breaths here. And we'll switch. So bend both knees first, bring your left ankle to your right thigh, thread the hands underneath your right thigh, flex both feet, draw it in. You can also straighten your right leg. You can also cradle the left leg if you'd like. And lastly, if you want to, lower the right leg. And then begin to let go of the left leg and let's float both legs down to the floor. And find your way into your Shavasana. So as you soften and let go of the body, let's remember our quote that explains the opportunity we have to access the heart. The heart itself cannot break, for its very nature is soft and open. What breaks open when we see things as they are is the protective shell of ego identity we have built around ourselves in order to avoid feeling pain. When the heart breaks out of the shell, we feel quite raw and vulnerable. Yet that is also the beginning of feeling real compassion for ourselves and others. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And reach your arms all the way up and over your head and stretch from your fingers to your toes. And then draw your knees into your chest. Make your way onto your right side and just take a moment. Feel what is. And then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. And draw your hands to your heart and close your eyes. And thank you so much for sharing your open hearts with me today. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week. Namaste. So nice to see everybody. This class is a set schedule for me. This is definitely not going anywhere. This class is staying. So. Oh. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Allison. Thank you, love. Thank you so much.
So nice to see you. Whether it's here or there, it's so nice to see you. Have a great day.
Such a beautiful class. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye.
Great. I'll see you soon. Bye.